So just because you're approved for more when buying a home does not mean that you have to spend all of it. So I was asked recently by a first-time home buyer. He said, "Hey, Miss Pam, do I have to buy a house at the top of my pre-approval? Can I spend less?" And that is really a great question because you don't have to. And some buyers think that you do or they should. But if you can find a home that meets all your important bullet points, you should jump on it and know that you don't have to spend the whole amount that you're approved for. So, what is in a payment? It's totally more than just the principal and interest, which that's the main markup of the payment is principal and interest. But you also have homeowners insurance and property taxes in that payment if you do an escrow account. The escrow account is going to help you budget easier for that homeowners insurance, that property tax. Both you can pay yourself um, once a year. You can make one lump sum for both of those, or you can even break it down for your property taxes by paying quarterly. And maybe the insurance company will help you make monthly payments as well. But it seems to be easier, especially with first time home buyers, to plan is to have that into your monthly payment. Your lender, when they are due, they'll pay it on your behalf. You don't have to do anything, which is great, unless you want to change your homeowner's insurance, and that's a whole different topic. But principal, interest. The interest is what you're paying for the cost of the loan. Now, they do make the interest payment higher at the beginning of your loan, and then as you pay it down, it gets lower and lower. So if you can pay extra each month, maybe even just $100, and then one full house payment a year, that can take off about 5 years off your loan, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a huge amount, not only in years, but also interest that you pay over the life of the loan. Your property taxes, that's another thing you need a budget for because it's going to change. When you buy your house, you're going to be paying the property taxes based on that current owner or the past owner, I should say, because you're going to be owning the house. Then when it reassesses in that November, October, November-ish time, it's going to reassess at the new price point that you paid, minus whatever homestead exemptions that you qualify for. So this usually means that your payment is going to go up. If the seller that you bought it from, if they have been in their house for a long time and they were paying really low property taxes, it's going to change for you. So when you look at this and you're planning and you're doing your budgeting, you need to make sure that you take that in account because come fall, when that changes, it's going to be a shocker and it can make you stressed and regret your decision buying the house. Okay, another thing is, it's really exciting that when you buy your first home, you tend to not know exactly what you want. So just know that the first home you buy is probably not going to be your dream home. And if it is, that's pretty awesome, and that doesn't happen very often. So you know that you're probably going to end up buying another home down the road. So this one doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to max out your budget. You want to look at your monthly figures. You want to look at how old is the roof, the HVAC, your plumbing, your electric, how old is the house itself? What kind of repairs could you end up having? You want to budget for that. So make sure each month, even if it's only like 20 to $50 a month that you put back in a savings that's for your repairs. Because I'll tell you, things will come up. And when you least expect it, and you're walking out to your kitchen and you almost slip and fall because the hose on your hot water heater has busted and it's shooting water out and you don't know it because you're not paying attention and you got to replace that. Thankfully, it wasn't the hot water heater itself, just the hose. That's way cheaper. But those things do happen. So you want to make sure that you plan for that. So let's figure out what your monthly budget should look at like. And if you have questions, feel free to send me a DM or comment below. And also check out my video where I talk about what the planning stage is, because maybe you've reached this video and you're not quite ready to move and tour homes. You might just be in that beginning stage. So check that video out.